represent, that's just it, yeah. I've been about it since I was legit. Represent, that's legit. Ask your mom about it. Coldest story ever told. When the storm had hit my home, I was out there on the road, I ain't had nowhere to go. They used to turn their nose, and man, they done, I suppose this the life I chose. Every day, man, it's a show.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Authentic Ears. Another late night mirror for you guys. We here, we back, we full in effect. How was your weekend? How was your week? Today is my Friday Thursday. A lot of people be like, "Oh, what's a Friday Thursday?" That mean I ain't gotta go to work tomorrow with y'all folks. That's what that mean. It mean, hey, look, I ain't gotta go to work tomorrow with y'all folks. I ain't worried about it. So I took me a little nap. I got myself a little bit together. And then I was just like, what it do? It don't even matter. Hey, we got a great show coming for y'all today. Once again, I want you to like, subscribe, and share Bold and Driven EP whenever you get a chance, preferably tonight. I want you to like, subscribe, and share Bold and Driven. Because I want y'all to tap in and tune in to see what we're going to be talking about. We coming through with this late night mirror. And this is a real, raw, and relevant podcast. So, like, we are on here, we being real, we being raw, we being relevant, and we trying to see if y'all gonna tap in and tune in. And the only way that you can do that is if you like, subscribe, and share Bold and Driven EP. But without further ado, I am gonna bring I don't even know if I want to bring him to the stage because I don't know how he feels because he got this hat and stuff on. So I don't know if he in a good mood today, not in a good mood. If he just feeling like he wanna rep his team. I just really don't know. Hey y'all, I'm gonna bring to the stage Teaspoon, and we might see how he feeling because we might have to click him right on off the stage. What's up, Teaspoon? You back?
Who we kicking off the stage? Who we got to escort out of here?
Look, I don't know. You had that hat on, so I kind of heard y'all didn't have no good season, so I was just, I don't know if you was doing that in remembrance of what you was doing. So
yeah, I was having a sentimental moment, so
you was having
I was having a moment, so I had to put on my attire just to, kind of
just for the moment.
Motivate myself, get ready for next season. For all the Cowboy fans / Cowboy haters out there, what it do? It's your boy Teaspoon. Yeah, I'm gonna rep it to the day that I die. Yeah.
Well, if y'all want to hear a little bit more about sports, Mr. TMI, he has a sports show. You got to tap in to listen on Bold and Driven EP, YouTube, and it is called I Own Them Sports Show. So y'all got to tap in to see the airing times to see what they putting down. And even DM him if you would like to be a guest. We don't know whatever it is that you would like to do. So you got to tap in and tune in. But Mr. Spoon, what your week been looking like? Because mine has been, I promise, I've been on the struggle bus literally all week long. Like literally, I'm not playing about the struggle bus. Like I literally been on the actual struggle bus the entire week. And it was the big struggle bus, not the little bitty struggle bus, but it was the struggle bus where you can't even get out till the week is over. So how your week been?
Yeah, I don't even know if I can classify mine as the struggle bus, but it's been one hell of a week. The ups and downs, the ins and outs,
Yeah.
But it's all gonna work out though. That's one thing for sure. It's all gonna work out. one day at a time. As the old folks used to say, one day at a time.
Okay, you need to drink. You need to drink some hot tea if you gonna be, you know what I'm saying, hitting the tune.
Hold on, let me. Excuse me.
You finna get ready. Get ready for the people in the back.
One day at that ain't right now. I'll get it right in a minute.
Get it right next time, and then we're gonna try. We gonna try over. Hey, we are here on the Midnight Mirror, and this gonna be kind of. I don't know if it's gonna be kind of deep because some people don't even really care. Some people classify things as different things. Our topic today: are you a product of your environment? Everybody comes from different walks of life. A lot of people grew up in the hood. A lot of people did not grow up in the hood.
Yeah.
Then they migrate to the hood when they get grown. That's crazy. Like most people that really grew up in the struggle did not and do not want to migrate back there when they get old. I ain't gonna say everybody, but most people don't want to be classified as I'm from this hood, I'm from this city, I'm this, I'm that. That's something that I think that me growing up, I can't even really say. Well, I'm gonna say it was like a lifestyle. Like that, it's a lot of stuff that you had to do, whether you wanted to do it or not. It's a lot of decisions that you made that you probably wouldn't have made if you grew up in a different environment and had different opportunities presented to you. Some people say, "Oh, that ain't no choice. You made that choice." But did you really have a choice when that's all that you see in your 3-mile radius of where you live at, and then you don't have any avenues to get to the other side of town? So we're gonna be talking about that. Are you a product of your environment? I'm gonna let you kind of kick it off and tell us. Well, I guess I kicked it off, huh? But tell us what you think about your environment, how you were raised, and are you, not necessarily you, but do you see that people are a product of their environment?
I mean, I believe a lot of people think that they're a product of their own environment, and in most cases, I think that you can be.
Okay.
I think that you can be. I think you have, the power to make choices, in life that will, alter what most people would think would be a hindrance for you, based off of where you come from, your environment that you're living in. I feel that in times, in my adolescent years, that I was a product of my own environment, just raised in the hood, doing hood shit, always participating in hood shit. So you can get caught up. You can get caught up in it, but at the same time, you can make the necessary choices to where you're not exactly caught up in it, if that makes sense.
So what is hood shit? Is it what is hood shit?
Hood shit. You from the hood? I'm just trying to get some clarification here.
I am I grew up in the hood, and I did a whole bunch of hood shit. I didn't do too much hood rat stuff.
Yeah.
But I did a little hood stuff. And I think you are and you can be a product of your environment. I do feel like that when you know better, you do better. But that is the key word. You got to know better in order to actually do better.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know and that's all that you see and you haven't been exposed to anything else and you never ran across positive people, then you don't know better to actually do better. So I think that's a cliche word when you say, "Oh, when you know better, you do better." Well, hell, if I grew up in the slums and everybody that I know is in this lifestyle, everybody that I know is doing this, and that's including the people that are inside your home as well, especially inside your home. And we're really going to touch on that. We're going to
Yeah.
deep dive in that because sometimes we seek outside our home, even though we're getting the love and support that we need in our home.
Right.
So
Yeah.
for me, I don't think that is considered being a product of your environment, no matter where you grew up at. Because you can grow up in the hood, but if you have that foundation in the house, are you a product of your environment? You know, y'all tap in, tune in, like, comment below. Let us know what you think about that. So, Mr. Spoon, D Spoon, what do you think about, when you know better, you do better?
I mean, it's self-explanatory. Like you say, you had a lot of people that grew up in hood or AKA hoodlum environments, because we already know that's what hood derives from. Hoodlum, when we were classified as hoodlums by you know who. But hey, that's a story for another day. But when you know better, you do better. I absolutely agree with that, and it all starts from, like you say, your teachings in the household. Like, I don't think it was any African American household where there wasn't core values, morals, and principles that were taught to all of us within our household, whether it been our mothers, our fathers, grandmothers, aunts, and uncles. We were taught those core values and principles and morals or whatnot. And once you step out of that door, then it's pretty much up to you to make the decision that is necessary to keep you from being influenced by all of the negative things that are going on around you in that particular environment. So whether you made the right choices to where you strayed from it, or you made the negative choices to where you allowed yourself to be drawn into it, So, but unfortunately, it's a thing that goes on, especially in the African American community, where
we always say that, but I think we need to take that out of our vocabulary, because just really think about people that are not from the African American community, that you're wondering, what the hell are you doing over here?
Right.
You live in Beverly Hills.
Right.
So why come over here, but then you don't want to be over here when it's time to really, really be over here?
Right.
So I don't even think that's necessarily the African American community. I think that's who you are as a person. Like, some people are drawn to the street, I think it's better over there. Like, I'm gonna have more fun over there in that area than I am where I'm at, until you actually get over there. And the struggle be product of your environment. I can attest to, yes, you can be a product of your environment. I could, if pushed, I could revert back to my hood days if pushed, and I try to stay out of situations like that. Like, I don't want to be around a whole bunch of hood rat behavior, because I'm telling you, when you're around a whole bunch of hood rat behavior, hood rat shit happens
every time.
Like, it's like you can't even avoid it. When you're around hood rat stuff, hood rat shit happens, and then you wonder, okay, why is this happening right now? And I'm not this kind of person. So if you're not that kind of person and you don't like that type of environment, why do we continue to go back to that environment that we don't like? I don't like the hood, but I want to keep on going to the hood. I don't like hood rat stuff, but I want to keep on going to the hood club. And next thing you know, I'm wrapped up in some bullshit.
Right.
Because I'm over here doing hood rat shit with my hood rat friends, and they hood rat friends. So is it that we seek that because it's a thrill, or do you think some people are just naturally drawn to that type of behavior?
For a lot of people, that's their comfort zone. That's all they know. That's their comfort zone. If they're not around that particular behavior, then they're outside of their comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to be in a environment such as that in order to be comfortable, in order to feel like they're themselves,
Yeah.
compared to people who have actually lived in the hood, survived the hood shit, as you say, but they made a decision to get out of
Don't
it.
say it like that as I say.
Huh?
Don't say it like that as I say.
As I say.
So as you
But
say,
look,
no.
but then you
This is real raw relevant. Like I'm speaking some real stuff.
yeah, right. I mean, I know I'm speaking from experience. Like I desire not to be in the hood.
At
Am,
all.
am I saying that I'm too good for the hood? No, I know the hood has nothing to offer me. I know that
I love my hood people. My hood people
absolutely,
have some good food out there in the hood.
absolutely,
Y'all just do good stuff for people. Go out there. If you go, for example, you go to an upscale, I'm not going to even say upscale place, but a place where it's mature people at, and there's a dress code, and you got to pay a little bit more to get into this venue. You don't too much see hair pulling and drink throwing or anything like that.
I'm on
You
pause
don't,
for a second. Hold on.
yeah, you don't too much see that. You don't too much see that. You don't too much see a lot of gang banging, signs thrown up, or anything like that. So I think when you do put yourself in those environments, that's what you actually see. When I will visit different venues. I do not like going to hood stuff because I kind of feel like, okay, now I'm at this hood place. Now you mad at me because I accidentally bumped you. It's 1,000 people in here, ma'am. I
Right.
didn't see you. This was not on purpose. But when you in a more subtle place where people took their time to get ready, they just didn't throw on anything, and they just want to go out and have a good time and mingle. You don't get a lot of that ruckus. I don't see that when you go to places. When you go to places like that. And when I say product of your environment, it goes back to that because what places really in the hood can you go to where they not going to be in there fighting and on no beef stuff? Because I don't think you can be mad at somebody from some shit that happened in elementary. Why are we even talking about this?
Yeah, that nigga go right there.
And then you looking around like, who? Did dude slap you last week? What happened? He rang up the road. Man, back when we was in school.
Listen, if I had $1 for every time I've heard that at functions, and I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, well, I ain't gonna say 9 times out of 10, because a lot of times they probably was talking about me. And I know it's been some situations where I know they was talking about me, but just too afraid to really approach a motherfucker. So, but yeah, that nigga go right there. Man, let that shit go, bro. That shit over with.
It's a wash.
I'm a grown ass man now, dog.
Yeah. But I think that's the mentality of some people. Like you haven't evolved in your life at all, where your mind is still on that, and then where it's kind of like, okay, I got to keep it real, or if I don't keep it real, who are you keeping it real for? Because I got to keep it real to the mortgage folks. I got to keep it real to them because they don't care nothing about you. Don't like this person, you beefing with this person. They don't care. They don't care nothing about none of that. They don't care who you're beefing with, as long as they get their mortgage on the first of the month. And stop with this good stuff. I got into the fifth to pay. Now, if you got the money on the first, just go on and pay the people. Why are we waiting till the last minute to pay folks? And then when you move and they ask you for a record of your payment, the new people see that receipt to see that you paid at the last minute every time. Yeah. So I don't think the more these folks don't care about, look at old girl over there that bumped into me when I was 19. Mortgage folks do not care. They care about them undone. That's what they care about. They care about is you gonna run them their money or not. And if you not, you can get out. So like being, I just never understood it. You know, I never understood it on why you want to stay in the hood. And the hood is not where you actually stay. It may be the hood, but it's the behavior that you put out in the hood. Because I'm from Arkansas, I'm from Little Rock. There's a lot of historical houses, you know, over there in the Little Rock Central area, in the East End, the West End, the South End. It's a lot. So if you grew up over there, a lot of the older people are still there. Yeah, it's the hood, but them old folks is not over there doing hood stuff, and you're not coming on their property doing hood stuff. So I think it's how you carry yourself, because it's crazy. I done rode in the car with somebody where they won't throw no trash out the window on Chanel. Right. But they'll ride down 12th Street, throw everything out. And throw everything out the window. And it's kind of crazy to me, because if that's where you live, respect where you live at. Right. Respect the time, respect where you live at, respect what's, you know, have some respect for your space, so people won't say or won't assume that it's the hood. It may be the hood because it's underdeveloped. It may be the hood because it's not a lot of opportunities out there, and that's what it's classified as the hood now. But a lot of times that's just a place to stay, because I don't have no choice but to stay here because I can't afford to stay nowhere else. Yeah. So respecting where you from, and let's talk about hood respect. This is cool. What you think about hood respect? And I'm gonna see if you catching what I'm putting down.
Man, the hood respect. I mean, I feel like I know for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, I got respect in the hood. You know, I've always been a solid. Let me tell you this: I've always been a solid individual, and my favorite saying, "I ain't never been on no fuck shit," as they say.
Hey, look, so check it out. We was having a conversation a couple of weeks. Although we was having a conversation a couple of weeks ago. What's funny? You don't even know what I got to say.
I do know what you about to say, but carry on, because this is the real, the raw, and the relative.
Look, we was having a conversation a couple of weeks ago. And you said the dudes that walks with their feet like this be on fuck shit all day long.
Everyone I done ever encountered. Look, if their feet do that when they walk, and they walk like that the entire time, they on some fuck shit. They look for somebody to rob. They look for somebody to scare.
So hold on. But if they walk like this sometimes and then they straighten up, are they on some fuck shit? But if they just walk like that
the entire time and they pants sagging, they on some fuck shit. Everyone I never knew. And I ain't even gonna name names. I ain't even look, if they feet like this when they walk, yeah, they on some fuck shit. All so day.
Did they wake up
all day?
But you know what? Girls that wear pajamas to the stove in the mornings and bonnets on some fuck shit. They ready. Bro, look, they are ready to fight.
Right.
Don't accidentally block them in. You catching them hands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't park too close to their car, because they gonna bitch like, I don't even know you. I ain't even know the lines messed up. My bad.
Right.
Don't do none of this, because they went to bed. It's some shit, you know. So they went to bed and they said, "Okay, I'm comfortable."
Yeah.
Through they sleep at night, they ended up, they had some bad dreams and stuff, some stuff was going on. So when they woke up, they went to the cone stuff and got them a black and man.
They would pick that.
But you heard what I said. They woke up and went to the cone stuff. They didn't wake up and get their life together and say, okay, let me get freshen up. Let me put on some blue jeans. And go. So the stuff that they were rolling in all night, they got up and went to the cone stuff. Yeah. But it's so funny when you told me that. And then when I started thinking about people that I knew that walk like that.
And we also fuck shit, don't they?
All the time.
I had an auntie that wouldn't let us leave.
I auntie was all no fuck shit.
Nah, she wasn't on no fuck shit. She wasn't no fuck shit. I ain't gonna do auntie like that. Auntie was about their business. Auntie not gonna let you leave the house without looking like something. Auntie would come over our house.
It used to be like that back in the day.
Yeah, early Saturday morning, she coming over to the house, making all of us, me and my three brothers, making us get up, get dressed, get the house together, clean up. She said, "You never know who coming." Auntie, it's 7 o'clock Saturday morning. Ain't nobody coming over here. But she understood that if you're gonna go somewhere, put some clothes on. Look like something. You never know who you're gonna run into.
You never know. You never know.
You might run into a business opportunity. If you was looking for
a job, you got on some bed clothes, they think you finna go back to bed, so they not even gonna offer you anything. Yeah. And then people get on here, they'll attack and say, "I can wear what I want." You can.
Absolutely.
Nobody cares, but it just really doesn't look presentable.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. You dress, and I was talking to, I think me and my sisters, we were having a conversation just about working in general, showing up to the job, just a regular conversation. But you can be the janitor somewhere, and you might have ambitions to move up to sales. Say you work at, you want to move up to sales, or you want to be a cashier or whatever. You dress for the position that you're looking for. You don't dress just because you're a janitor. That don't mean you got to come in there and dress like you a janitor. I ain't saying put on your high heel stilettos. I ain't saying all that, but look presentable. Look presentable. Don't come in there with your pants sagging down. And I see this all the time with, I be in the gas station, especially when you get up early in the morning and you see people on their way to work or stopping in there. They on their way to the Amazon. Girl, why you got on them tight ass leggings like that? But you tell us, I need to get a promotion. No, they're paying you for what you look like. Correct. And it's bad to say, because you may have some people that are, that can manage a store. They can do this. But once I see you on the outside, then I feel like you automatically judge. And if you can say it's wrong or whatever, people automatically judge you by what you look like, who you surrounding yourself around, and how you are carrying yourself. Absolutely. You're judged by that. Is it necessarily right? I can't even answer that, because I wouldn't want to be around something that'll disrupt who I am and mess up an opportunity for me, because the people that I am wanting to go and work for, and or a business that I am trying to build, I'm gonna scale that back. Building a business, D-Spoon, I know you working on some hot stuff. It's coming. I think it's already here.
It's already here. It's already here. Just a few little tweaks being done to it right now.
Yeah. So when you are approaching people for different things, contracts or whatever, when you approach them, and you grew up in the hood, so let's go and establish that. Are you going up there with your pants sagging, hanging down, and your mane and all that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you want to run your own business, you have to be professional at all times. A lot of people will be like, "Oh man, that's just a front. That's just this, that." No, sir. This is business.
Yeah.
This is business. This how people want to be spoken to when they are, conducting business.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there being fake, being somebody that I'm not. I'm sitting there being a business person that wants business.
Yeah.
And so it's a difference. And so I'm gonna now, and then next you have to kind of judge the room. You have to judge the situation, whether it be a phone call or in person, sit down face to face type meeting. You judge the room. You might be in there with somebody that's just a little bit more loose and a little bit more relaxed. So now you can be a little bit more loose and more relaxed, as far as your words, your conversation, and things of that nature. But if they want to go here, you got to meet them here. If they want to come here, you got to meet them there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you have to conduct yourself in a professional way. You have to act how you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, because when you are looking, for me, when I am dealing with people, business people, I do some personal training. Some people I'm just not gonna train. Like, I don't care about no money. Like, if you on some hood rat stuff, you rude, you disrespectful, you gossiping about other people, I really don't want to. I don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to work with you, because I feel like negative energy transfers over. And if people know you of being that person and I'm your bestie, they're gonna associate me with your mess.
Right.
And that may not even be who I am, but is that who I am? You know what I'm saying? Because we are a product of our environment. If I'm in an environment where it's me and my friends, and mostly, and I don't have a lot of friends, the few friends I have are sisters or whatever, that's what I call them. We don't call each other, be like, "Bitch, let me tell you what happened," because who are you talking to? Like, who are you talking to? Because when that becomes a part of your everyday vocabulary, that is a part of your everyday vocabulary.
Right.
And you could be talking to somebody and it'll just come out, because you just think about it. When I was in school way back, it had to be like 2009, I don't know, somewhere up in there. And I used to text Ebonics all the time. I had a BlackBerry, and it was red. It was really cute. So I used to be texting Ebonics. I think I had a braids and stuff too. I was writing a paper, and without knowing, that professor sent that paper back so fast. I had all kind of Ebonics. I was putting the letter U to like it, and it's not even, number one, I was rushing to do the paper. However, as I got older, I rushed to do papers. But since I don't use a lot of slang and stuff when I text. So if you text me, I'm gonna be texting you full sentences. So you might as well just go on and call me so we can go on and get it out the way.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be texting you full sentences. It ain't gonna be no short snippets or anything. So I think when you are, whatever you're putting into your body, whatever environment that you are in, that comes out when you in situations that you don't want it to come out in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want it to come out in there. And when you are a business owner or want to be a business owner or going on these people's jobs every day, you can't go up there acting any kind of way. And then the first thing people say, and I was guilty of it when I was younger, this is who I am.
Right.
This is how I was raised. But you can't talk to people any kind of way.
Yeah.
You was raised.
That ain't how you was raised. That ain't who you are. Your mama taught you how to be respectful. Your grandmas, aunties, and uncles taught you how to be respectful. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yeah, they taught you how to be respectful. You just choosing not to be.
But let me ask you this: would you agree that some people did not have a chance. We always assume what they're being taught in the home, but do we really know what's being taught in the home? I was talking to my brother P, and we were talking about kids. My son played football all the way since he was 6.
Right.
And he ended up getting on this losing team in high school, and he still wanted to play football, but then he really didn't. You know, he kind of got he kind of got burnt out on it. But I have seen, and we're talking about the conversations that you have with your kids in the house. I have seen people push their kids so much, and push them so hard that they don't pour anything else into them. So now that he didn't play football in college, you know what I'm saying? So what do you do next? So do you think that it's also the conversation that we're having in the house? Because sometimes the conversation, you may be in the house, but what conversations are you having? Are the kids getting talked to? So you could say, okay, you know your parents didn't teach you that. How you know what these parents taught them when they was inside the house?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. That you would assume that any good parent would teach their children right from wrong. Any good parent would nurture their child in a way to where when they are old enough to make decisions on their own, they are intelligent enough to make the right decisions. You would assume. But now you putting it the way you put it, who's to say that you got some parents that just don't give a damn?
But are some of those parents the product of their environment as well? Because you have generational curses, and you have, I'm going to say generational curses. You got generational BS that is passed down from this generation to the next, from this generation to the next. So the generation that I was raised under, it was work, have enough to take care of yourself, and that's it. And not until when you know better, you do better, that I joined the military, I learned more about other things, investing, saving, yes, working, but not working yourself to the bones where you don't have no life of your own once you actually start wanting to live a life. That's somewhat true with the military, somewhat not, because you do not have no life. Your life is not yours. But guess what? It pay out when you get to retire at an early age. So I'll take that life over anything else. So no complaints there. But I know people that really, I can honestly say, did not have a chance. Yeah. Mama was hood. The grandma was hood too, because the grandma was normally the ones to come and save, that'll save you from the rapture. The mama was hood, the grandma was hood, all the cousins hood. Yeah. All the uncles hood. So what do those people see if they grow up in that environment where it's all hood? And when I say hood, I'm talking hood behavior. Yeah. Just doing hood stuff. Because just because you live in the hood do not mean that you are. We know people that live in the hood that some good little kids, and they lived in the hood. That's because they couldn't come off the porch. You know what I'm saying? We used to be like, yeah, they can't even come off the front porch. But the crazy thing is, those are the people that want to be out in the streets right now. Is it because they didn't get a chance to experience it?
I've seen so many people that, like you say, they lived in Chenal, and they lived in, across John Burrow when
Twin Lakes.
Yeah, when John Burrow, Twin Lakes was a sophisticated area. You know what I mean?
Like, it ain't sophisticated no more. Huh? It ain't sophisticated no more.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Look, because that's where all the bougie folks was until all the people from the hood start moving out their way. And so they transitioned from there, start pushing out the Chenal, and then they came and started taking over that area. And now you got to catch them in Benton, Bryan, and Alexander now.
You man.
But look, no, man, it's I'm like you. I think it's a lot of people who really just didn't have a chance. I think some got out despite not getting the right teachings that they needed at home. But like you say, I think there's a lot that fell victim to not having the proper teachings at home, you know.
Yeah.
And like you said, it was passed down. Great grandma didn't teach grandma shit. Grandma didn't teach the mama shit, and the mama ain't teaching the kids shit. So it was just been passed on down.
A whole bunch of not being taught.
Yeah.
Past it. And then and it's kind of like, what do we do? I hate to say it because I don't want to put it in the universe, but sometimes I don't know what we got to do. And when I say we, I'm talking about people as a whole, because these youngsters is dense. Their work ethic is crappy. They don't want to do no work. They want to do half the work. They want to flex their time at work. They don't want to work no 4, 8 hours. But they want stuff so fast. They want stuff to just kind of come to them. And I give a shout out to some of them. Some of them, a lot of them they're out there getting it. But when you get it, you got to be able to maintain it.
Yeah.
You got to be able to maintain it because it's always going to be something better. When you go viral on social media, somebody going viral after that. So now you got to keep on stepping your game up every day. So then you start losing yourself in the midst of those steps that you're going up. Okay, I lost myself because now I got to compete with Rachel, who came behind me, because now she's the next hot thing. You know what I'm saying? Next hot thing out there, next thing smoking. So now I got to compete with her. So now I'm stepping my game up. So now that's a lot of times I think that's when people step outside their character too.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's when they get rid of all the teaching that they were taught. And you see that I follow a couple of different podcasts, a couple of different platforms. Most of the ones, I'll even say the ones like mine, you may not get a lot of views. You may not get a lot of likes and shares. You may not get all of that. But soon as we get on here, these fools going back and forth with each other, and it's man against woman. You're gonna shoot up. You're gonna have some followers. You're gonna have all this. But then what are you doing? Are you selling your soul to be in an environment that you said that you don't want to be in?
Right.
Because you can do a hood show real fast. And it could be epic because it's gonna be all real life. Yeah. It ain't no movie script. It ain't nothing that you can actually fake with. But if you are trying to get away from that, are you reverting back to being a product of your used to be environment, because is that your environment now? Right.
Yeah. Man, look, we're gonna do a hood show. We're gonna see the views. They're gonna shoot up. We're gonna be on here rolling up. We're gonna be rolling up. I'm gonna have my tank top on and shit. And
you're gonna be in the house. Cause don't go out.
I'm gonna be on the back. I'm probably gonna be on the patio so that I can hear, have the dogs barking in the background and shit. We're gonna make it a whole hood show.
Hey, look, y'all, stay tuned. We will be doing a hood episode of Let's See D-Spoon in the tank top. Long as you don't wear, because I be saying dudes is wearing halter tops now. And I be like, go boy. Like, dudes is wearing, so we gonna do, hey, y'all, stay tuned for the tank top episode with D-Spoon. It is coming live at a theater near you. If you would like to do a free screening at any time, you can just subscribe, and share Bold and Driven EP on YouTube.
Beady balls all on my chest and everything, the little nappy chest hairs, all that.
You ain't gonna at least brush the chest hair.
No, it's gonna be in the raw. The raw, it's gonna be in the raw. I might not even shave I might not even shave or nothing that day.
Oh Lord.
I might just come straight natural.
Look, and sometimes you gotta do that. I can't come straight natural because my hair go doing stuff. I tried to do the little natural thing. I tried to be a product of my environment, and it was a hot mess. I hurry up and put some braids in my head. Like, hurry up. It was all matted down. Then when I woke up, I just remember when my grandma used to have to kick my hair when I was little because I ain't had no hair, you know. And for real, I went to school and they used to say, body locks, because I ain't had no hair. I ain't care. Because y'all had some hair then. You ain't got no hair now.
So when you be out, you don't be looking for them girls that was talking about you from way back then. You don't be looking for them.
Look, hands down.
That she go right there.
Look, hands down. And I promise you, I do not remember half of those people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to even say half of them. I don't think I remember nobody. Like, people be talking, you know what you said? No, I do not. No, I do not. And somebody might tell me a story and I'll be like, okay, I kind of remember that incident, but I don't even know you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know you. I probably knew you, but I don't even know you. Like, I always, and then some of them, they look so different that I sure enough don't know you.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even look like yourself. Yes, we all got older. We all have aged. But you don't even look like, oh yeah, that could possibly be you. So no, I do not be looking for that. But the crazy thing is, girls be looking for me and my sister. Girl, when did I have a fight with you? I had to fight with a whole bunch of people. What are you talking about?
Right.
What are you talking? I don't even remember who you are. And then it's kind of like, to me back then, fights was just fights. Like, okay, you fight, yeah, look, if you get whooped, you get whooped. If you win, you win. That's just how I looked at it. And I always looked at it like that. Didn't really care. But now when I go back home and I see people talking about some stuff that happened way back in, we're going to say back in the 90s, people, and we in 2026, it's very disheartening that we talking, and then in real life, and whatever we was fighting about was probably about some hood rat stuff.
Or something that was just completely meaningless.
Meant nothing at all. So if y'all want to know about the hood environment that I grew up in, just follow me on social media. Authentic Ears. No, don't follow me because I don't even put the mess on there because I don't even remember half the mess. And don't remind me of it either because I don't care. Like, in real life, I do not care about any of this stuff. I do care about, are you a product of your environment? Have you evolved? What have you done to do better for yourself? We all kind of grew up in different times. And D-Spoon, I'm gonna let you say some closing words if you want to about, are you a product of your environment?
I mean, if you survived the hood and you got out the hood, stay out the hood. That don't mean you don't never go back there and visit. Everybody, I got family, I got friends there, that's there, but that don't mean I go back and partake of the things that are going on in that environment.
Exactly.
It can be hood anywhere. You can go to a regular gas station that ain't even in the hood, and it can be a hood gas station because it's a whole lot of hood activities that go on.
Yeah.
But if you were raised in an environment such as that, and you were able to not necessarily escape, but you made it out. You made it out so where you didn't have to live there any longer, or you didn't have to grow up and raise kids there so that they had to face all the pressures and the influences you did when you were younger. Hey, stay out, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Be influential and help bring others out so that they can stay out.
Now you can't see, you supposed to be doing the close out, but now you done did a warm up. You done did a lukewarm up. You was acting like the preacher up there when he said, "Now I'm gonna keep you long."
Now, in the beginning, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna keep you long. I'm getting ready to close. I'm telling you. I promise you. I'm getting ready
I thought you was getting ready to close, but now I got a follow-up question. You said help the ones out. everybody don't want to come. Everybody can't go with
Everybody,
you.
yeah, everybody ain't
Everybody
gonna
can
come.
go with you. So I can offer you, like, I just feel like if, and I've learned this now, if you don't come to me and say, hey, I've seen that you did X, Y, and Z. Can you point me in the right direction? Can you show me some avenue? I'm not
Hmm.
gonna waste my breath trying to motivate you to do anything. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And people can say, "Oh, you left." No, because that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You see that it's possible, especially if
Hmm.
we grew up in the same environment. So you
Yeah.
see that it's possible. You know what I'm saying? So why once you make it, why do you have to go back down to help somebody else make it too versus them coming up there to meet you?
Yeah. It could go both ways, in my opinion. It could go both ways.
Why?
I just feel like some people don't have uh the God given sense.
To what?
No, some people gotta be pushed. Some people just gotta be pushed at
So
some
how
time.
far do you push people? Because when you know better, you do better. So if you know somebody and you're actively, because I have friends that are still kind of, they still do hood stuff. Those my friends. I leave them where they're at because that's where they want to be. So
Hmm.
we grew up side by side doing the same stuff. So now that you see that I'm not doing that anymore, you see that it's possible. So why do I have to motivate and put my energy into pushing you versus you motivating and pushing yourself and asking for that help?
Hmm. Yeah, I guess it can go both ways. Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, but we'll be talking about, hey, y'all, check this out. This is Authentic Ears on the Midnight Mirror. All I gotta say is you do not have to be a product of your environment, or you can be a product of your environment. If your environment is positive and it has fed into you and it was being watered to you, continue to be a product of your environment. Don't look at the hype that what is going on social media or what your friends are doing to assume that it's better on that side, because it's really not. Lucky for me, I have had opportunity to live on both sides, and it's a struggle either way. When you're successful, it's a struggle because you got to keep up with that success. It ends up stressing you out sometimes because you feel like I got to keep this appearance up. I don't want to have to revert back to. I don't have to revert back and live over there anymore. So you work extra hard to get that done. I never forget where I came from. You know, I love my people. Don't want to hang out with you guys because y'all might want to fight. I don't want to fight. You know, my wrist be hurting and shit. Come on, like I don't want to do. I don't want to do that, and I feel like we too old for that. But you don't have to be a negative product of your environment. You can continue to try to actually do better, because now, even though social media could be a curse, it's also a blessing because you actually can set your algorithm to actually see more positive things so it can motivate you. For me, I'm not coming back to pick up nobody. You know where I'm at. You can hit me up. I think I ain't gonna say I think, I know I've had the same telephone number for over 20 years. So if you got my number, you got my number. You can reach out to me if you need me or you have some questions. But I can't keep on coming back down there to help y'all because it's just pulling me back in another way. Hey, License Farm and Share Bold and Driven EP. We are here every Thursday at 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tune in because TMI News will be coming back, hosted by Mr. TMI himself and his co-host Thomas J, and of course myself, Kenya B. I don't know if they kicked me to the curb or not. They might have let me stay on there with them. I don't know. But in order to find out more things that is going on, you really have to tap in and tune in. I do want to say, comedians, follow my boy, Mr. TMI.
For sure.
He got some hot stuff going on Monday.
Yeah.
So in order for you to know what's going on, to get those 5-minute slots that he's offering for you, and these are live snippets, hey, you got to follow him because you got to DM him. You got to tap in and tune in to know what's going on. But hey, y'all, we are out of here. We have a blast with y'all tonight. it's gonna even get even better. To know what we're gonna be talking about next week. We don't even know what we're gonna be talking about next week. We don't even know who's gonna be here next week. So in order for you to know, you have to subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Subscribe. Am I sleepy?
Look, so say it with your chest.
Okay, I'm gonna sound it out. Like, subscribe. Why they used to teach us like they used to confuse me, and then now, no lie, now I be sounding our words, and that ain't even how you pronounce the shit. So I think that I need to unlearn that. And then they put, so now, I'm telling you, like, it's so deep now. We're gonna talk about this later on. But y'all have to continue to read. Don't go to stop reading, because you'll go to forgetting how to spell a little simple word. You'll be asking people how to spell syrup. And you sitting up there like, I know how to spell this word, but you can't do it because they done told me that I need to put my finger there and go across the thing to read. And then as I get older, I catch myself doing it, and then I put my glasses on and I had to go across the thing. I don't know. I think you kind of go to reverting back to your environment from when I was little. I don't know. Hey, y'all like, subscribe, share, bold, and drink the EP. I think we'll be back here next Thursday at 11 p.m. The Midnight Mirror. I'll let you, girl.
Real raw, relevant, that's just it, yeah. I've been by the days since I was legit. Real raw, relevant, that's just it, yeah. I've been by the days since I was legit. Real raw, relevant, that's just it, yeah. I've been by the days since I was legit. Real raw, relevant, that's just it, yeah. I've been by the days since I was legit. Represent, that's the get. Ask your mom about it. Coldest story ever told. When the storm had hit my home, I was out there on the road, I ain't had nowhere to go. They used to turn their nose, man, they done, I suppose this the life I chose. Every day, man, it's a show.